Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM. News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by the C Champion. In the headlines, the opposition leader to file a motion of privileges against the Prime Minister. Businesses call for tightening of COVID-19 measures to limit people's movement. And internationally, U.S. President Joe Biden orders intelligence report on virus origin. And now the news in detail. Opposition leader Mrs. Kamla Bassi-Bissessar has signaled her intention to file a motion of privileges against Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley in the Parliament. The opposition leader said the Prime Minister's statement that vigils held following the murder of Andrea Barrett were to blame for the current spike in COVID-19 cases. The comments were made as the Prime Minister was winding up his debate in the House on Monday night on a motion to extend the state of emergency for 3 months. The Prime Minister also said that the opposition organized and paid for these vigils, and further said the vigils were organized to exploit the death of Andrea Barrett. To this allegation, the opposition leader labeled them as totally misleading and false and denied that there was any truth to these statements. Bassi-Bissessar said while the Prime Minister has parliamentary privileges, he must be held accountable for his misleading statements. She said the motion will be laid at the earliest opportunity. The next sitting of the House is yet to be fixed. In other news, businesses across various sectors of the country have recommended that the government further restrict movement as COVID infections continue to surge. This was among a host of proposals made by the American Chamber of Industry and Commerce, the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber, and the Trinidad and Tobago's Manufacturers Association at a meeting with government officials on Wednesday. In a joint statement, the three groups acknowledged that many companies have suffered as a result of limited to no sales amid the ongoing lockdown. However, they said a tightening of current measures is needed to improve the country's chances of reducing the rate of COVID-19 infections to ultimately save lives. As such, the business groups suggest that the government consider introducing additional measures to reduce the movement and interaction of citizens in the public domain over the next 2 weeks. Further, the organizations expressed the belief that the government should develop and make public any plans to relax or increase restrictions based on predetermined metrics to establish a link between individual behavior and consequences. Internationally, U.S. President Joe Biden has ordered intelligence agencies to investigate the emergence of COVID-19 amid growing controversy about the virus's origins. In a statement, Mr. Biden asked U.S. intelligence groups to redouble their efforts and report to him within 90 days. COVID-19 was first detected in the Chinese city of Wuhan in late 2019. More than 168 million cases have since been confirmed worldwide, and at least 3.5 million deaths reported. Authorities linked early COVID cases to a seafood market in Wuhan, and scientists believed the virus first passed to humans from animals, but recent U.S. media reports suggest growing evidence that the virus could instead have emerged from a laboratory in China. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by the C Champion. Recapping the headlines. The opposition leader to file motion of privileges against the Prime Minister. Businesses call for tightening of COVID-19 measures to limit people's movement. And internationally, U.S. President Joe Biden orders intelligence report on virus origin. Do enjoy your afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.